blah 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 blah. Is this thing working? I can never tell. Right, mic is on. Hello. Yeah, it's working. Sorry, I saw the little green bars. Yeah, just think of me as an old man with technology. Like, if I don't see any movement, I'm not going to trust it and go, ooh, technology worked. Okay, so what am I talking about in this one? Well, I'll start with the obvious bit. Let's straighten up the camera there. Yeah, so my personal opinion on superhero movies are they are stupid. Um, I know a lot of people might say, yeah, but you're a geek, you should like them. Why? Why? What? You know, there's things I get geeky about, sure, but superheroes actually isn't one of them. So, yeah. Like, to be honest, I've always preferred, like, fantasy novels. So, yeah. And that's just me, so whatever. Anyway, but that's not really the point. So, why are superhero movies and television shows stupid? Well, it's pretty simple, really. By the way, today the sponsor of this video, yeah, I'm sure they believe that. They're like, you bastard, you're not. Yes, Jamison. This one is the smooth, dry, and lime. Haven't tried it, but I thought I'd go something a bit different than Jackson Cola. So, yeah, let's go over this one. And it's not bad. I think maybe a little too strong on the lime. Like, just cut back the lime, just look like a tad, by about half, and I think you got it. You can't really taste the dry because the lime is kind of overpowering the dry. Anyway, so the point, yeah, so basically, superhero movies are dumb because, sorry, let me just straighten up my shirt. I do like my flannel. Who doesn't like flannel? Honestly, what's wrong with you if you don't like flannel? Yeah, flannel and jeans. Yeah. So basically, the reason why they're dumb is because they don't require any growth from the character or the story to actually progress any forwards in any direction. Like, for example, if you ever want your superhero to fail, you just give him a challenge that is insurmountable and apparently the world can't defeat. And wouldn't figure out how to defeat it because apparently the rest of us were all helpless idiots. But according to we need a Superman or something like, or a superhero like a Batman or something like that to solve all our problems. Do you know what I mean? Like, or any of them really, any of them, doesn't matter who it is. They've all got the same weakness, convenience. That is their weakness. That's what makes their stories so boring. And to be honest, it's always the same thing. Like, you watch these shows, they can be fun and they can take your mind off stuff because it's not really complicated. Like, you don't have to think too deeply on it. The characters don't have to develop. They don't have to do anything in their life because they've got magic powers that solve all their problems. And you know what I think that leads to a problem in real life society is that people think that all their problems are going to be solved because some magic man or some magic power, some miracle is going to happen and it's going to fix all their issues. And that's just not real life. Real life, you just got to grind and work your guts out to pretty much get anything you want. And yeah, no amount of magic powers is ever going to do that. Keep forgetting I need to put my phone on charge. Yeah, I got some cool stuff to show you today. I picked up at the shop. Well, one cool thing. No, I hadn't. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. Back to the point. So yeah. So basically, whenever like these superhero people come up with a problem, you know, all their magic powers solve it. You know, how can a story progress, or how can anyone develop anything from it other than you might have empathy towards their cause? That's about it. That's about all you're taking away from it. And it's always the same plot. It's always the same thing. Some great war. Oh, it's a war. It's a war. I say that in finger quotes because a war involves countries smashing it out. Like a war, like say, I don't know, uh, 50 or 60 blue aliens attacking Black Panthers, that ain't a war. You know, that's not war. Don't call it that. That's a skirmish. That's about it. It's not war. But you know what I mean? Like, it's so dumb. Like, and the most annoying thing about the whole thing is how weak and pathetic they always make humans to be. Like humans, like the regular humans will say, not the people that have magic powers and have convenience on their side. It's like their militaries just have no effect in the world. Like they're just like they're cannon fodder. They're like slapstick comedy kind of thing. Like you, you know what I mean? Like every time you watch these shows, like you see one of these overpowered aliens just like brush off like every attack that would basically annihilate them. Like you see yeah, okay, like take the Superman one, for example, where the girl gets shot by an A-10 Warthog, which can basically disintegrate tanks. Like, and she's just, this is nothing. Like a 30 millimeter Gauss cannon is not going to rip my face off and leave me a pile of mist. Like, because I'm a biological organism against a 30 millimeter projectile, like that big, friggin' smashing into me and vaporizing me. Like, and I know some people out there will be like, it's not real. It's all like make believe universe, and that makes it all more real, like for those people and entertaining. And yeah, and look, I get that. I get that's where you're going to come from and say, but how boring is that? I mean, really, do you really want to make humans that weak that we appear so pathetic that all our weapons do nothing? Please. And then you see like yeah, I don't know, just some of the things they say, like how overpowered these characters are. Like, oh, like I don't know if I can bring it up. Pop out dashboard. What's that? Oh, I don't know what that is. Why do I need to look at that? Manage. Sorry, I'm just seeing if I can actually pull up a video of. I can't remember how to do it. It's been a long time since I used this device. Well, anyway, like they'll make Superman out to be like he takes a black hole to the face. No, okay. The character that supposedly did that on the moon. All right, in Magic Land, I guess, but did that on the moon. The explosion demonstrated. Well, I'll see if I can pull it up. Let's see if we can add screen. Look, I don't particularly know if this will work. Yeah, I mean, I, I, I don't know if this actually like displays like I can't remember how to. Let's see if we can get it to work. So we want to edit. No, that's not what I want to do. It has to be like a screen share function. Manage. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at these bloody computers. Let's let's just see. I'll put the video in the background. Let's see. Let's see if we can. I I don't know if it actually. I have no idea. So this dude here apparently can punch black holes. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Cannot. You cannot punch black holes. Oh right, he's going to do his boring talk. Blah blah blah. No one cares. Right. So we'll just skip to the boring. I don't know if this will actually show up on the stream. Yeah. So he's look, we've got magic power. Look, magic powers. Magic powers. I mean, how are they even streaming that to the Earth? What? Where's the camera? All right, yeah. So here's the explosion. Let's see. Oh wait, no, that's not it. I'm just waiting for this ridiculous explosion. And they say, "Oh, this is how powerful it is." No, it's not. Okay, that is not the power of a black hole. Not even close. It's barely the power of the. Mm, maybe I should just skip to the part where he does his little magic act. Not that's not that's not the. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Skip to the. Should have just done that from the start. Let's see. So that's like probably scale of the moon. That explosion, we would say, like two Tsar bombers. We would say that's not even close to a black hole. Not even close. Yeah. So no one cares. But I mean, you see how stupid it is, right? But the explosion's like, I don't know. It was like 1/10 of the moon. Okay, so we'll say 100 megaton bomb. That's probably how powerful it was. Not black hole strength. So when they do, oh, I hit him with something like the size of a black, no. And then you hear people talk about like, you know, yeah. I mean, the conversations always get so dumb. Like it's just like, oh, but he can do this and he can do that, and he has magic powers to do this, and he has magic powers. Yeah, but the trouble is, yeah, people see things like that, and then they think, oh, sooner or later, the bad, like sooner or later, it's how am I? I'm trying to think of the right word here. It's just ridiculous, and it's dumb, and it's there's no way you can engage with the story. It's just like no one can relate to that. No one cares about that. Like, yeah. Mm. All right. I'm just gonna go get something from the kitchen that I picked up at the post office. Actually, it's pretty cool. I don't think it was worth much, but I thought it was pretty cool. Hang on. Okay. So check this out. Check this out. So this is 20-cent coin with ACDC Angus Young on the coin. Pretty cool, huh? I thought $20 for it. They're not. So I mean, if someone's out there going, "Oh, we're collectible," yeah, probably not. But you know what? I'm a big AC/DC fan, so as soon as I saw it there, I was like, "Oh, do I get it? Do I get it?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get it." So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, by the way. Yeah, so um, put it back in this little plastic cover thing. I'm not really sure what to do with it anyway. I'm thinking I should stick it up somewhere, just just in the background or something. Um, yeah. So I tell you what, though, looking at that push bike, I fixed that push bike, by the way. It's been broken for a while, but hopefully I can lose a bit of weight, and that might help. Um, yeah. So the stuff you can buy, like I was at Kmart getting a helmet for it, and yeah, and it was like I think I paid $300 for that push bike back in the day. Like that's probably gone back about 10 or 15 years. I don't even remember how long. It was a long time ago. I bought it a long time ago because I just needed a bike to lose weight or not lose weight. I was trying to get fit, so I didn't. It didn't have to be light or anything. It was just one I could ride around. So I wasn't always bored just doing running. Like because running gets boring. So yeah. So sometimes you want something else to do. So yeah. So Kmart, I was selling this bike. Let's see if I can pull up the image on my phone. I don't know if it'll show up on the. Took a photo of it. Yeah, so this bike has disc. Sorry, has disc brakes. It has the road wheels on it. Yeah, but basically, I think it's lighter than my bike as well. And it was, it's just amazing what you can get today. Like back in the day, like that one at Kmart would have gone for over $1,000, or close to $800, $1,000. Now you can pick one up for $280 at a cheap thrift store. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's incredible how far technology has come. Like a lot of people wouldn't look at a bike and think that, like, but when I saw it there and it had all the bits and bobs on it and it was like in a cheap shop, I'm looking at it going, it's got better brakes than my bike. Yeah. I can bring my bike over. I'll have a look at it with the camera. Let's see. I don't know how far this camera actually stretches. Okay. So, as you can see, my bike, it's just got those kind of brakes. The rim brake one, like, it's 21 gears, this one. It does have suspension at the front. Ugh. Yeah. I drove it for a minute, so I don't know if you can. It does work, but I don't think it's. Yeah. There you go. It does work. This gear selector you change by like that. Then when you want to go back in gears, you go like that. And that's obviously that changes your, um, I guess you could say your final drive. Not sure. It's just changing this gear here down here. You got 3 gears down there. Yeah, this wasn't like a good bike. It was okay. It was just a bike to get fit. That was it. So it's just a Mamba apparently. No, who cares what it's called? Marvel stuff. But yeah, yeah. I mean, the whole point of this bike, yeah, was just to get fit. Had a bit of trouble sorting out the brakes on this one. They're just getting a bit has like it's got a bit of play in the front ones, which need to work good. More or less, it works all right. Like, look, it'll do. It's ride back to town and back. It's probably fine. So. Hang on. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, but yeah, mine. That's just an old bike. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. So yeah, it works. So that's all that really matters, I guess. Um, yeah, I'm just thinking. That's all. I'm just thinking. Um, trying to think if I picked up anything else that was reasonably cool at the shops. I picked up a rolling pin because I didn't have one, and I'm looking at it going, I'm never going to use this rolling pin. I just thought it would be cool in the kitchen to have a rolling pin. I guess. I got was looking at it going, when am I ever going to use a rolling pin? When do I cook and use a rolling pin? I don't. Never happens. I thought about it and I was like, yeah, but every kitchen needs a rolling pin. So I got one. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think if I picked up anything else cool. Yeah, no, I like this coin. This coin was definitely cool. Um, I've been trying to teach myself how to use the MT5 trading app. I've been able to use it on my phone. I haven't quite figured it out on my computer. I think the computer would be a better option for that because you have more functions, you can do more. But I kind of figured, look, this is the way I look at it. All right. So when it comes to rich people in this world, the majority of rich people do not get, or if not every single one of them, don't get rich. They're not rich because of the job they do. Like most people can do a job and that's fine. But you don't really see a lot of rich people doing a job, right? They get rich other ways. Um, I'm not saying that I can do what they can do, obviously. I'm just saying, like, there's obviously something to doing trading. There's obviously like something valuable there. So uh, I guess just try and teach myself slowly, and hopefully I can. My plan is to try and invest like $1,000. If I can't make money off $1,000, obviously it's not for me. It's not for me. Like, but if I figure if I can do every day I go to work, try and just do like half an hour's trading before I go to bed. So I get home from work, I do my night shift, I get home from work, do like half an hour's trading, go to bed. I'm hoping if I keep doing that every day, not only will I get better at it, and figure out more ways to do it, but I can also start boosting my income the way that I've always wanted to. And yeah, like I don't think that I'll be the next Andrew Tate or or Elon Musk or Warren Buffett or anything like that. And I don't plan to be. It would be nice. I'd love to have that kind of money. The amount of good I could do in this world with that kind of money. I tell you what, like some of the things I've always wanted to do. Okay, what I would do, for example, and I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, well, these people will just take advantage of that," but there would be that select few that would actually benefit from it and improve their lives, and that would be not every. Look, the way I see it is this: not everyone gets the same opportunities in life. Some people get all the education, all the chances of a good job, and everything straight away, and that's great. But then there's a lot of people that are dirt poor, didn't have an opportunity to get a good education, and they're just not going to have. They're never going to really see their life project forward if something doesn't change, right? And they don't have the financial situation. So, excuse me, to do that, right? So basically, my plan was if I was like a billionaire, I would have free trade schools for people of all ages. Basically, get some retired tradies to teach. If it's a night school, if it's a day school, whatever, like whatever's going to fit with these people. If they can do 1 or 2 days a week or however they want to do it, like it doesn't matter. Like the point is to give them the opportunity to do something. Like it might not have to be a trade. It could just be, I don't know, like it could be anything, right? So come here then. Seriously, I'm over here at the computer. Just come here. I'll show you. She won't come here. She'll just mount me. Come here. See? Yeah, I'm here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Oh. There we go. There we go. Say hello. That's you. That's you. She doesn't like looking at herself in the mirror. See? She'll look away. No. See, she just won't look at herself. Why? Why? Okay, you can sit on my lap. There you go. Right, yeah. So, free trade schools or basically anything that's going to boost their a chance of getting jobs. The schools would be basically, basically there'd only be work-related subjects. None of the subjects taught would be about getting some stupid puffy, like, I don't know, like an English literature thing. Like, I'm sorry, but when is that ever going to get you a job? Unless you're going to be the editor-in-chief of like a newspaper, I can't see how that would ever benefit you in the long run. And I know there's going to be some people that will be like, oh, yes, you will. No, it won't. There aren't any jobs out there that require that. So no, there's no need for that. It would be stuff that's basically what current employment is provided, because the whole point of the schools would be to get people better jobs so that they could improve their situation. The other thing I would do is I would set up homeless shelters in industrial areas, and I'd get things like, if you want to know, cat's always like a scratch right there. I don't know if you can see that because she's black. It's hard to see. Come here. But always like a scratch, like right near the ear. Like right there, right behind the ear. Or under the chin. She's going to walk on the keyboard, you know it. You're going to walk on the keyboard. They always walk on the keyboard. Where have you been anyway? Where have you been? What you been up to? No, you can't have my drink. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Something about, oh yeah, yeah, the homeless shelter thing. Yeah, so basically there'd be these unused sheds, right? And I would convert them into living spaces. They would have computer access, like internet, and there'd be like some community computers there, and then there would be showers, and basically could be done as single rooms, just large single rooms, and then you could just put like dividing walls in them. If you've got kids and stuff, and they need like you've got nowhere else to go. That would be the idea, and the idea that would be you're in the area that and there'd be things like free bikes, close to bus transport or train transport, close to public transport. I couldn't provide food. That would be something like the Salvos or something like that would have to do that if they thought that was a worthy cause to do that for. And the whole point of that would be the people that are living on the streets and they've got no opportunities to get off the streets would be given an opportunity to find work in like an area, work in that area, save up some money and get their own place and get their life sorted out. And I mean, that's basically what I would do. I don't know if that would actually work. I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, yeah," but yeah. I'd like I said, if I had billions of dollars, I'd be doing a lot. I'd be doing some archaeological digs, like especially say yeah, there's some places where they always use political BS to get out of actually making any progression into unsolving a mystery, and that to me would just be like, nah, no. We're done with political BS. This stuff we find will go to the local museum or whatever. Like it'll go to the museum of the country's choice, but the mystery will get solved. Like it's not going to be like like the Curse of Oak Island, where they dig down so far and we've got to cover it all back up. No, there would be no covering that shit up. We're just digging. Sometimes it's better to just ask to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission, right? So sometimes you just do things, right? You just do things, and you this is the thing, right? Like this is what these people don't understand. Like they always get close to something, and then it's like, nah, we're just going to stop. My answer would be, okay, so say for example, Curse of Oak Island, just example. They go, oh, this is a ship-shaped anomaly, and we keep scanning it and looking at it, and yes, it looks great on the 3D map thing, whatever it is, but just we don't know what it is. You know what it would be with me? I'd just be like, Billy, get the friggin' excavator, dig that shit up now. But dig that shit up now. Just dig around the outside of it. And then you can use shovels and whatnot to get closer if you're worried about damaging something. But the point is, it would get dug up. And the Nova Scotia government, I'd just be like, look, we had a discovery and we weren't going to wait for your permission because the weather wasn't going to give us the opportunity to, pander to your ridiculousness, so just because you have a problem with Discovery doesn't mean the rest of us do. Like, we're just going to see what it is. Problem solved. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, we found for example, they're digging up a shaft and then they're like, oh, we found this shaft and it leads to the money pit. Let's bury it back up again. You're kind of looking at them like, the hell is wrong with you people? You're there. You created a show to dig a hole in the ground and find treasure. And then when you found the shafts and whatnot that lead to the treasure hole, you cover it back up because reasons. Like, seriously, people, are you that dumb? Just dig it up and just see where it goes and what it does. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, dig a great big friggin', super pit, whatever. Figure it out. Geez, it's not that hard. You spend all that money getting all those machines and everything. I mean, they're not cheap. And the hire of all those people and all those drills, I mean, you're talking about thousands of dollars. And, time and effort. And you don't want to get close to the end product because you're afraid you won't find anything. Please, what a waste of time. Like, you know what they say, right? The first sign of failure, or the first failure you could ever do, is to not try. If you spend your whole life getting close and going, most people are only successful because they fail. If you don't fail in life, you will never be successful. Never. I don't care what it is that you do or why. Nobody is right all the time. And if you can't admit things like that, if people can't admit that and do shit like that, like, if you're not prepared to fail, you're not prepared to succeed. You're prepared to plateau and do what every other idiot in the world does. Like, so when people always say to you, oh, why are you doing it? Why give that a challenge or give that? Because you have to. You have to know your limits. You have to know what you can do. And yes, we're not all going to be super genius, super rich, and super hustlers and super successful or whatever. We're not all going to do that. We're not all going to be super attractive and whatnot. Doesn't matter. You just got to fucking try. Kind of language. You just got to try. Okay, you have to try. If you don't try, it doesn't matter. Like, when I first started doing YouTube videos a long time ago, like, probably going back, like, actually trying to think, 2010, I think, was maybe when I started doing videos. I can't remember, actually. I don't even know why. I think I saw other people doing it and I thought that looked interesting and cool. So I just gave it a go. And all I can say is, I've gotten really lazy with my video making these days compared to what I used to. Like, I used to put so much effort into it, but I never saw much success from it. So I just stopped caring. And I was just like, you know what? Like, it doesn't matter what I do. The channel will never grow. So who cares? Like, that was basically it. Like, you did themes, you did things, you tried to debate people, you tried to make comedy, you tried to make cartoons, whatever. Like, I did all that. And I had good fun doing it. It was definitely an experience, and it wasn't one I regretted. One of the better experiences I had actually was getting right into my video making on YouTube, and you could make all kinds of videos and for all kinds of reasons to do anything. And but I mean, the point is you just learn, like, get a basic video editing software, and away you go. Anyway, what was it? Oh yeah. Hang on. I'm not a big drinker, so yeah. What was I saying? Something about making videos. Oh yeah. That was the point. The point was my confidence grew a huge amount in a positive way from YouTube videos. So I was terrible at public speaking. I hated talking to strangers. Everything. everything. But doing the videos, like I got rid of a stutter. That I used to have a bit of a stutter when I talked, and I wasn't. I was just not confident human being. But doing videos changed all that. So and it lets the world see what we all, what the world is really like. I mean, obviously, me sitting in my lounge room talking on the computer isn't really giving you a great representation of my life. But I mean, the trouble is, I used to have like decent camera equipment, but they all kind of died. So I need to get like new camera equipment. And when I say decent, I mean like, or just decent handy cams and things like that. I probably should just go on eBay and just get a new camera. Um, yeah, yeah. So basically, that's basically why a lot of my videos just that, and YouTube nuked my original channel. Um, so that was really frustrating. I had all like this content on there, and it was just wiped out. It was just like, I had some good memories from those videos, like bit of a waste. So I don't know what a cat is meowing at me. Hang on, let's see what she wants. What? 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 What you meowing at me for? What you meowing at me for? I said, no, cat. Yeah, so come here, man. Come here, pest. To me. Come to me. Don't. She's just like, just annoyingly, she's just quite annoying. So she's just, yeah. Like you're just like, I'm trying to pick you up, but you're just sitting right on the edge there. So yeah, if you don't ever try something on the apricot device, mm, mm, nice, lots of sugar, and people say, well, you want to lose weight, don't eat that shit. They'd be right, but I mean, you've got to enjoy some things in life. Let's see how much sugar is actually in this one. They have 23 grams per 100 grams, 78 milligrams of sodium, so salt, and sugar is 62.1 grams, which is actually a lot. Let's say a tablespoon would probably be about 10 grams to 10 to 12 grams. So, well, not a tablespoon, sorry, like a soup spoon that you eat with. It'd be about 10 grams. So that has, for 100 grams of this product, you have probably that much sugar. Yeah. And that's why Western diet, we all get diabetes. Well, not all, but things like that. We have that much sugar. Yeah, of course you're gonna. crazy to even think about actually how much sugar. No, I go on about being dairy free and gluten free. That's great, but you know, that much sugar, it ain't good for you. Shouldn't eat that much sugar. Um, anyway, yeah. Come here. Come to Steve. Come to. No, fine, ignore me. So yeah, so my personal opinion on um, if you want to be different is don't be afraid to fail at life. Like, I mean, you can hear all the stories in the world, but at least you can always turn around and say you gave something a go. To not try at all is just, I mean, you may as well have failed right from the start. So yeah, I mean, end of the day, you got to try, and you don't want to live your life with regrets. You just want to be able to say, I gave things a go. Like, yeah. So I mean, sorry, just getting stuff out of my teeth. Um, so yeah, uh, I think I don't really know. Um, Look, I mean, if I get any success with this trading thing, I'll I'll do some sort of vlog on that, at least on what I'm doing and the kind of success I've had from it. At least they give you an idea, you know. So maybe that's what I'll do with that. As far as video content is concerned, yeah. Um, yeah, it's a tough old world out there, to be honest, guys. Like, honestly, most of us are just struggling to get by. So if you can do something to improve your situation, yeah. I don't know if you'll notice, but I've actually got like I just had them put in at last. Um, I got roller blinds. I wanted curtains, but I couldn't afford curtains. But I afford roller blinds. Yeah. So yay! Finally got some privacy, and I got TV put up in my house now, so I can watch TV. So yeah, you don't want to know how much that costs. When you live in an area that is like, because I live in a country town, um, yeah, when there's no reception, yeah, yeah, not cheap, not cheap. Need a satellite dish put on the house to get it to work. But point is, I can watch regular TV again, so that's good. I just need to set this TV cabinet up so I can put TV on top and have a decent TV. At the moment, I've just got my little old shitty TV. That's the one I've got. It does the job for now. It's not doesn't have to be great, but for now, yeah. And yeah, and I think the biggest thing that I've always had trouble with is this datings. Things like my friends trying to talk me into going back on Facebook to try for these singles groups. I don't know, guys. I've been really happy not having Facebook, and I don't want Facebook again. Um, I generally just dislike Facebook in general, and there has to be other ways people meet. I just don't feel like Facebook is the best way to meet people, especially for me. And look, I find, yeah, like honestly, like I look at all this stuff and look, I just find the whole experience in a Western society, especially where I live, it's very unpleasant. Like the whole dating thing is just shit. It's so demoralizing. Like makes you feel like so little of a man because you're obviously not meeting the criteria of these women who aren't interested in you. Like I don't know what you have to do. Like I don't think I've done anything wrong. I mean, look, put it this way: I don't feel like I'm a bad human being. I do my best to be a part of the community and help people with my job. Look, I don't believe in doing things for free, so some people might say, "Oh yeah, but you could volunteer and do stuff of helping people." And like, I already do help people, all right? I just prefer to get paid to do that, you know. And I prefer, like, I do get satisfaction of helping people, absolutely. And the amount of money that we get paid for what we do, yeah, it doesn't match, but that doesn't matter. That's not why we do it. And look, so I don't feel like I'm a bad person, right? And I have my own house. Like obviously I have financial success. If I have my own house, especially in a market and in a world where having your own house is virtually impossible. So obviously you should be telling the women out there, I'm doing something right, aren't I? Like because I've got something a lot of other people don't have. I have a sports car. Like how many people drive a sports V8 sports car for their daily driver? Yeah, virtually no one. So yeah, so obviously I'm not poor, like as some people would think. Like, yeah, I'm not physically the most attractive human being out there, but I'm not ugly. So I don't know what. Look, all I can say is when you talk to these people online, like it feels like you're just talking to a bot. It never feels like you're actually talking to a human. And the humans you do talk to, it's like they just go on like that, and you just like, I don't get it. Like, well, what do you want me to say? Like, I'm like, what do you say when you try to get to know someone? Hello, my name is such and such. Oh, okay. What do you do? Oh, I do this. What do you do? I do that. Okay, bye. And kind of like, what the hell? Like we had a 5 or 10 minute conversation and we're just getting to know each other, and that's it. Like, I don't. What do you want me to send you a penis picture or something? Like, what's going on? Um, like, is that seriously where the society's is it that depraved that that's what you have to do to get interest? Like, I don't understand what the point. Like I never believed in doing things like that. Like I think that's demoralizing to both people. I think that's sad. Like I wouldn't want to do things like that to get someone's attention. That's just no, no, no. I think if a girl wants to see that, she should get to know you and see how you go. That's do it the old-fashioned way. It'll send on you. But you know what I mean, right? Like, that's where my thoughts are. Like on that. Like, what do you have to do to get these people to even talk to you for any length of time to actually get to see if they like you or not, and vice versa. Like, and to be honest, like, I yeah, I, I don't think women see men as relationship people. Like I don't think they see them. I think a lot of the time. Now I know as women out there, I know plenty of women that want a relationship, right? But the point is that they will have opportunities, but they'll just be like, no, I'm not interested in that guy. No, I'm not interested in that guy. So well, you're not going to be interested in any guy because all guys are about the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a lot of respects. Like I don't know what you want. Like it's so dumb. But that's where shit is. Like and well, look, maybe not all guys are the same. Maybe we're all different in our own way. But I suppose that's too much of a generalization on both parties. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like you're going uh, like. Like I think a lot of girls see guys as a financial opportunity. That's my general thought of Western women is that you never see girls going after regular dudes these days. They always have to be the top earners. Like I just like I think the expectations, and there's obviously more men to female ratio, at least where I live in the vast majority, because there doesn't seem to be an equal play. It's not an equal playing field, right? So it's sad. Like, it is what it is. Like life is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Like you think to yourself, I don't know what these people. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? So I'm just rambling here. I'm generally I'm just thinking like like I just don't know what you have to do with those things. It's not that I feel like you do anything wrong, like do you know what I mean? Like yeah, yeah. And I've heard, look, for guys out there wondering what do girls want. I'll tell you something that a girl said to me one time. Steve, she said, you sit there wondering about what girls want or something like that, or something along those lines. And she goes, actually, I don't know if she was like the top. I don't know if it was like that. But they said basically the point was is that she was like, girls don't know what girls want. Like other girls don't know what other girls want. Like it's all just like it's just confusion there. Like I don't know what it is with women. They get confused on simple shit. So sometimes, apparently, but yeah, I think they're most like main driving forces. If I divorce this guy, what am I going to get out of it? That's what I think they think and a guy's thinking, does she love me, and will she love me, and is she going to stay with me and love me for my life? Like, but maybe that's the wrong mindset. But it's hard not to have a different mindset because that's all that's presented to you. Like that is the only information I've got to go on. And it's like, sorry, but that's at least as far as society goes. Like Western women see men as a financial gain. That's what they see men as. And look, the sad thing is there's so many guys out there to women that they can just jump from relationship to relationship. You'll never see a woman single like a guy. Like I think I've been single most of my adult life. Like I would say probably close to let's see, let's say when you're 18, when you're adult, which is what I consider. Since then, I'm 38 now, so yeah, 20 years. I think I've had a relationship in my life that lasted like 6 months, and that was it. So to me, yeah, like I don't know. Um, that's just what I say. Like it's yeah, like girls can't understand true loneliness. They don't get it. They fully don't get it. And you can explain it to them all you want. It doesn't matter. They're never gonna not be in a relationship. They can go out of a relationship and be in another one in 2 weeks, a day, 6 months, easy, bang, done. A guy will go years and years without a serious relationship. Like that is the state of things at the moment, right? So um, yeah, and look, there's plenty of girls out there that would disagree with everything I've said, and that's fine. You can do that. But look, the proof's out there. Like the evidence is out there. I've seen it, and I've got plenty of friends, and they've all experienced similar things, and I've seen it everywhere. It's not a new thing. I mean, a lot of the times I see girls using children as a weapon. You know, like you can't see your kids. I knew a guy never did it. He didn't have a criminal record. He never did anything wrong. But to see his kids, he needed a social worker there because they had like a falling out and that. And he wasn't a bad dude or nothing. Like he was a nice guy, never hurt anyone, and that's what he gets for no, because the girl doesn't like him. And instead of the state going, oh, this is wrong, this is not a healthy environment for a child, and that's not a healthy way for a dad to raise his kids, and there has to be some trust there. Like, there's not some trust, then obviously there's a serious disconnection between reality and what's happening in real world. Like, obviously, but that's where things are at. So yeah. So yeah, but that's just I don't feel like that's just an Australian thing. It could be. Maybe other Western countries have maybe things are different for use in England or Germany or Japan or America or whatever. I would classify Japan as a Western country because it was pretty much westernized after World War II in every conceivable aspect. So it might be part of the Asian experience, you could say, but I mean, it's very westernized. It's business capitalism. Yeah, I'd love to visit Japan. I think it'd be great. See all the technology and the difference because they got like two different cultures virtually. Like, well, not cultures. You got half the country, or half parts of the world are like it's ancient, like traditional, and the other half is like full technology. So yeah, I mean, it'd certainly be like a really cool experience in that respect. Like, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the places I've always wanted to visit. Do have some plans to holiday. Obviously, got to be saving up some money so I can do that. But I got things to do around the house first, and just want to get the house set up a bit before I start thinking about that. I want to get one. I mean, ideally, I sort out some of my loans so that I can like have that in. So it's easy. At the moment, things kind of suck because any extra money I'd be putting towards the loan, I can't because interest rates are through the roof right now. So yeah, yeah. Like my interest rates have gone up. Let's see, by about half. So I mean, I won't say the figures because it's none of your business, but let's just say it's from what it originally was when I first got the loan, it's gone up by half. It doesn't sound like a lot in your head, but when you think about my house as just like a budget done house, right? And then you consider some people's gone out and splurged and bought like the UU big house or whatever. Like they're like sitting on the edge of their um, repayments, whatever. Um, Damn, that's gotta hurt right now. That's all I can say is, yeah, yeah, I feel you. I know what you're talking about. Not much any of us can do. Like obviously, like anything extra you could think about, like I want to do this, and like my plan was to pay my house off in 8 years, right? Because I sort of like looked at my budget and thought, look, it's a very unreachable plan, but at the same time, if I could do it, like if I set like a really difficult task like that, and I was self motivated to do it, at least go for it and try and do it, my chance of paying the house off way faster would be astronomically better than if I said, well, I'm going to take a 30-year loan and pay it off over 20 years. Like saving 10 years is huge, but like just like I've heard of people doing 5 years and paying their house off. So and I know people that have done that. Okay? So it's doable, but look, all I'm saying, it's very hard. But 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 my point is yeah, like look, as far as doing anything extra towards anything regarding the house payments, while interest rates are stupid, just forget it. Just pay the bare minimum, and that's it for now until things sort of level off a bit, so you can actually control your life a little bit. I mean, if people are looking to save money to, because they're struggling with the interest rates, my suggestions would be coupons, collect all your coupons, food coupons, fuel, whatever it is, like all coupons. Just if you've got a coupon book, start cutting that stuff up and using it. Like seriously, if you've got coupons and you're struggling, use your damn coupons. And um, what is another one? Uh, wholesale food, if you can. Like that's a good one. Go to markets. Just maybe go with a group of friends. So like instead, when you buy a box of tomatoes, you take some bags and then you'll like put in what you want, and then it saves you a lot of money. Like go to the farmers market and buy. You can buy a bulk, but just go with like 4 or 5 other families. So then it's when you buy stuff like together, like you go, well, you get shopping list. You say, well, I'll get these items, you get those items. We all combine, and then yeah, that's what some people do, right? So if you need to save money, that's another trick you can do. Is farmers markets, buy bulk stuff, and then just divide it up between you, and then that should save you some money. So yeah, like that's another little trick I think I've heard people use. Obviously you're going to have to get some good friends that you can trust and say, look, this is our plan. What do you think? They might go, you know what? We could probably save a bit of money. Could spend some time with some friends. Probably not that bad idea. Because maybe at the end we can all go to the Chinese, have some Chinese or something like. You know what I mean? Like. So, trying to think if there's any other tips other people have done. Obviously, if you've got access to public transport and you can use it to get to work and that, that will save a lot of fuel and car maintenance. These things are really nice. I'm not going to lie. They're really nice. Too much sugar though. And look, I mean, moving on to other subjects regarding everything there. One thing I've always wanted to know is why is it that our society has not had a French Revolution? Like, if you look at Western societies and how much we have the jackboots stepped on, how badly we're treated as individuals, and basically, like, whenever the rich make a mistake, the poor have to pay for it. No one ever makes the rich accountable for anything. And in every other society prior to this one, when that shit has happened, they killed the rich. They went after the people in power and they just chop your head off. Chop your head off. Chop your head off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no messing about. People were just like, you will not step on us and get away with it. You will die if you do that. There will be severe consequences for messing with regular folk, right? Severe. In our society now, people cause a global financial crisis twice, not just once, but twice in my own lifetime. Actually looking at maybe a third time. They create pandemics, like you got Chinese like denying it, but they messed around with stuff they shouldn't have, and then created a pandemic, and like all the wars, all the deaths out there, all the unnecessary evil that happens in our world, like it's so much evil, like. This world is fully controlled by evil. Like, you know how they say it's better to rule in hell than it is to live in heaven? Well, I would dare say Earth is pretty close to looking like hell right now. Like, only the rich seem to do really well, and being super evil and having no human, not being a human is the only way to really succeed in this world. Like, you'd have to be like evil incarnate, pretty much. But yeah, like in every other society prior to this one, like they killed them, they took them out. But for some reason, in modern society, we don't go, you know what? Let's line these people up and start going, right. What are your crimes? Oh, you ruined all those people's lives. You lost all these, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot them. Like, Jesus. Like, is that so bad? Like, is it really? Would it be so bad? Look, put it this way. In society, think about it like this. Think about it like this. Think about it like this. So, the reason why Roman buildings lasted the test of time is because the Romans said to the builders, if the building falls down and kills the occupants, you'll be put to death. Right? That's what they were told. So, guess what? Today, those buildings are still standing, right? Still there, still in existence. Why can't we have the same level of quality in today's society? Because we don't put the same level of emphasis on things like, if you do something, there will be dire consequences if you do it bad. So if you do a job where you're in a position of power, like politics or something, and you are not there to work for the people, you're there to work for yourself, or you are there to work for your elitist criminal buddies. Like I would look, when you look at it, when you look at all the crime that these people do, like at the top. I'll put it this way. I'm going to give you an example. I can remember watching a Young Turks video. I know some people go, you watched the Young Turks? Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I used to think, before they went terrible, a lot of what they said, I agreed with a lot of stuff they said and did. But anyway, neither here nor there. They weren't completely batshit by then, but obviously they've gone. They well and truly drank the Kool-Aid. But anyway, what was it about that thing? Shiza. I forgot what I was going to say. Something about the Young Turks, watching their videos. I was on a moment. I was having a moment. And I forgot. No. Crud bucket. Damn. No, I totally lost my train of thought there. Sorry, my bad. I'm not really sure what happened there. I was on one thing, and I totally forgot. Doesn't matter. Yes, no, I used to watch the Young Turks. They weren't always bad, like. There was a reason they built up a reasonable audience prior to them going batshit. Like, they actually had good quality content, especially when it came to the news. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. Right. Give you an idea. So, Cenk was doing a video on an article. So basically, this rich guy drove his Lamborghini into a car with a family of 4, killed everyone in the car. Mum, dad, children, all died. Didn't go to jail. He went to a rehab camp or something, and his criminal defense was he had affluenza, as in, I'm rich. That was his defense. I'm rich. His defense was, I'm rich. And he won, and he didn't go to jail. Like, come on. A family of 4 murdered. But no, let's not send this guy to actual jail for any length of time. Like, oh, well, for the mother and child for manslaughter, we'll give you 5 to 10 years, and for the slaughter of children, we'll give you 20 years. How's that? That would be fair. You would say, yeah, like even though you robbed children of their lives, you potentially stole 90 years from a child. You go to affluenza camp, which is riding horses and come on, that is. I'm sorry, but that is totally worth. That that just gives you an idea how bad our society is. That's why we need French Revolution. And you keep saying, you might say, well, what's French Revolution? That's where we roll the guillotine down and start lopping heads off. That's French Revolution. You know, I want to be Robespierre, and I want to be the one doing that stuff. I want to be like, right, I'm going to get to pull that rope. That's my job. Like, I'll be like, people might say, oh, you're the killer dog. You're setting an example. There'll be no more of this bloody corrupt BS. Like, that shit ends. That's over. No more corruption. Right? Because if you're caught being corrupt, guillotine. No more hair. You're gone. That's it. Game over. Anyway, all I'm saying is I am all for French Revolution. When everyone is ready to French Revolution, just let me know. I'll be there. Right? Because, you know, I can't do French Revolution on my own. That just makes me look like a wacko. But if we all decide that, like, if 100% of the population, well, obviously the elites and the rich aren't going to want to cooperate with that, but, you know, they try to leave, we just shut the airports down and the docks and everything. There's no leaving. There's no running from it. No. You face your justice. Yeah, so, yeah, but, what's I saying? Right. Obviously, they're not going to be for it. But if the vast majority of the people want it, then, I mean, it's not illegal then, is it? Because if it's, if everyone wants it, then it's not illegal anymore. That's what I'm saying. You don't look like a wacko if everyone wants to do it. Otherwise, if you just do it yourself, you look like a nut job. But obviously, that's not, we're just talking silly now, I know. But, and obviously, none of this is real. And obviously, it doesn't really matter. It's not like anyone's going to watch this video, so and say whatever I want. Because, I mean, it's all just silly talk. It really matters. Anyway, I think I've talked enough nonsense for an hour and 18 minutes, apparently. So, yeah. Anyway, peace out.